Yeah.
What up?
What's happening, man? What's happening? How y'all fellas doing tonight, man? We are back in the building. If you did not know, I go by the name of Artwork. This is the Legend Has a Podcast.
Let's start that over.
Now go ahead, man.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. You was ad-libbing. Don't start it. Come on, man. Keep all this.
Keep rolling. Good. Too late.
Bro, you already know Bo in the building, baby.
C. Bodie, what up?
J. Herb here.
How y'all doing, man?
Chilling, man.
Yeah, we in here, man.
Here, man, feeling good.
Yeah, you speaking, nice.
Talking about it.
Yeah, that's what we need. Need that energy, man.
Talking about it.
I couldn't wait to say something.
Hey,
He was like, hey.
man, he went through a whole different vibe with his.
Oh, okay.
He took his to a different
I guess
level.
it was a new intro.
Nah, we don't normally introduce ourselves no more.
Yeah,
Oh, I'll just. Oh.
Niggas got like 2,000 subscribers and got brand new.
Yeah, just
Stop introducing
talk.
themselves.
you know who I am.
Just be talking.
So yeah.
They know y'all.
Hey, but we back, man. What we got going on tonight, man? I see we got some
We got some ginger shots. So these ginger shots have been sponsored by High and Healthy Juicing Company. Ginger shots is
Where you
good
find
for.
them at?
Where you find them at?
Yeah.
Right now, located.
Drop they
Just go to High and Health Juicing Company on Instagram.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
high and health.
High and Healthy.
High and
High and Healthy
High
Juicing
and
Company.
healthy. I like high and I like healthy.
I'm sure we all do. We all do out here. Yeah.
Have a little bite to it. I ain't tasted it.
Just have a little bite to it. Ginger shots are good for, anti-inflammatory. What is it? It's a preservative. What I was told is also good for benefits for anxiety, depression, and all that. So if y'all ready, man, we can take these, man.
Now wait, before we take them, you said high. I know they healthy.
Yes.
I'm not gonna get high though, right?
Not off these.
Not these. Okay.
You get high on supply.
But
This is more like a triple shot.
potential
Also,
to have something to get us high?
I mean, that could be provided
That's
later
coming.
on. That's
Okay.
coming. That's
All
coming. So she's definitely working on that.
Cool.
All right.
Okay, y'all ready?
I'm not ready.
hey, cheers.
So wait a minute, are we
Just take-
gubbing?
Yeah,
They
man,
say you
take it.
gotta
It's
take
a-
like
it's a
whole-
ginger
whole-
shot.
I'm
They
not
say you
taking
gotta
it.
take it
This
like a
is
shot.
like a triple shot, my
Yeah,
G.
it's triple shot.
That's
So
what
this
I
is
said,
2
too.
ounces.
This
bro.
is a little. I mean, come on, Bill.
Don't be no bit.
I ain't about to.
Come on, Mike.
Fuck it, bro.
Shit's pretty good though. But it
Oh,
kick
no, that's
that
all
shit
right
kick
right
you in the throat though. That ginger.
Come on, bro. Take a little sip.
Okay, let me ask you this. Let me take this
Oh,
back.
you didn't take it all? Oh,
see,
here,
he
baby.
He been playing. He been
Alright.
playing game the whole time. I hate drinking with people like you.
Yeah. Let me ask you this right here.
He said, let me finish this little
Let me-
bit. What is?
He one of them and be
Yeah.
like, cheers, and you do this, and he be like,
How
Taste
often?
testing.
Nah.
You taste testing. We taking a shot.
He pouring down the sink.
Yeah, I want to savor the flavor.
Savor the flavor.
And it's some good flavor. It's a
Yeah.
nice
No, that
little,
is
some
all right
nice
right
little
now.
hint of. It's a lot of ginger,
It's a lot of ginger.
but it's a nice hint of Is that lemon?
Yeah, lemon.
That lemon that I
Might be a little bit of pineapple in there too.
Yeah, just some pineapple definitely. So you say it helps relieve anxiety, right? Stress.
It
and all
provides
that.
benefits. Yes.
How often should one take a shot of this?
I'm recommended that I take one. Take one in the morning. I take one at least once a day by now.
Oh, they once a day?
It's a daily shot.
Yeah, it's a daily shot.
Okay.
Take once a day. You could take twice a day.
Okay.
So that's one.
I know ginger has many health benefits, man. Look it up if you didn't know. And I know pineapple makes your stuff taste good, so look that up too if you want. So hey, there you go.
I mean, yeah.
Gotta have them apples now. Gotta have them
Thanks.
pineapples.
Speaking of like anxiety and depression, Irby, I know we was talking off camera. You was talking about therapy,
Yes.
and if you don't mind me sharing, you said you just started going to therapy. You asked us about it.
Yeah. So I recently started therapy. It was recommended by my fiance to go to therapy. So I did my first session in late August, maybe September, and then I just had my second one like a week ago.
How often do you go?
I was recommended by my therapist to do at least once a month or once every other month.
Okay.
At this point.
At this point, you said you started in August, right? You just had another
Right. So Yeah.
How is it going? Like so far, I know it's still early in the process, but how do you feel about it?
I think my first initial thinking about it and doing it, just even waiting on because I did mine over video chat on the computer, whatever. It was my anxiety was at an all time high because the uncertainty of it and what's going to reveal from you, and you talking about your life to somebody you never spoke to before, but this is a professional, and what can be revealed and uncovered under all your whole, what's in your mind that you've been, going through that could have blocked you from, a lot of things, with your lady, your significant other, or a family member, or your job, whatever.
So, okay, let's say you chose a therapist, right?
Right.
The first initial appointment,
Mm-hmm.
how does that go? Like, do y'all take time to get to
Yeah,
build rapport and get to know each other?
Yeah, the first
y'all don't
one
really.
Usually it lasts an hour. So that the first one, it was just like, okay, he is such and such his name, and then I introduced myself, and then just like you introduce yourself to somebody you never met before. Like, I'm from here. This is my background. Da da da. And then it's like, okay, so what are you here for? Like, what are you trying to see?
That's what he asks you.
Yes.
Or she.
No, I look for a male doctor because I feel like more relatable to me. So he asked me that, so I just gave, it was suggested by my fiance to go. So I chose to go. I think I needed it anyway, but to me, when it comes to certain things, I might need that slight push to go ahead and do it. It's not saying I'm being forced, but it's like give me that I feel like it's motivation too. Like, you need to try this, see if it work out for you. So it was that, and like the first one was kind of it was deep in a certain point, but I think the second one I just had, it went to a different level, because even when she asked me like, what are you afraid of? Going to therapy is what's going to be uncovered, or what's your deep, what is preventing you from, certain things that you want to reach. And it uncovered a lot.
So you feel like therapy is helping get to the root of those things?
It really did. Even the second one, I think I went to a hole that I went to a place, or I went to a point where I never thought I'd go again, because I kind of buried that part.
So you never told anybody
Nah,
about that about the situation that you?
No, I have, but I never went that deep. Because it was like, what's the point? Like, for example, so like my I had issues with my father in the past, even though my father was there, for most part of my life. But after I graduated college, it was cool. But when I was in high school, I got a little older. We could walk past each other in the hallway, not speak. I could not speak to him all day. But we had a problem as I grew up, so that was deep. And then when he passed, it was a certain point. I ain't talking to my father for 10 years.
So those issues got left unresolved.
Yeah, and you talking about issues from even that point to further when I was growing up as a child that was brought up. And, talking to somebody at that kind of professional level is like, they see it differently. It's not coming from like a friend or your loved one or something. It's like, well, he looking on the outside in. He dealt with other clients might have the same issue. So it's like, so what about this way? So have you grieved in this way? Or, what, how did that come about? And it's you find that deep and you keep speaking on it. And that person is bringing in these type of suggestions or just, just making sense of like
different perspectives.
Yeah, different perspective on the topic. So it's like, you can be sitting there like, wow, that might be it right there. That could be it. Like, that could cause me why I don't do this in this type of way, or why I don't communicate, because I was held back from communicating because he told me I couldn't do this, or she told me, you know what I'm saying? So it get deeper than what it is on the surface that you might think it is. Even some with a parent, a death in your family, to
It could
anything,
be
anything.
It could be anything that we might be hung up on that we not even cognizant of because we've just put it to the side. Let me ask you this though. We have talking about therapy on this podcast more than one occasion, right? I know Bodie has said that this, in a sense, us just podcasting this, in a sense, is like in a sense kind of therapeutic, on a certain level. With that said, do you recommend, especially for like black men, would you recommend therapy, like real therapy for like black men?
Yes, absolutely. I think as black men, we go through probably the most than anybody ever. And with men in general, it's not taught or even suggested that you express your feelings or how you feel about shit in any type of way anyway. So somebody in that professional level, like getting to you to do that and making you feel like you can is, man, it's a crazy thing.
Do you feel relief off of you?
At times, like even my therapist at the point was like, when you talk about this certain subject, people, they get emotional. And when you start talking about it, I like right there from a person I don't know from fucking anybody on the street. Like I've taught this dude for 2 hours. And you hitting me in a point where I ain't probably touched in my life in over 15 years. I'm proud.
Because I've been told that therapy it makes you uncomfortable because it's
it makes you.
And I'm saying it's uncomfortable, but I'm not saying it in a bad way. But it's uncomfortable, and it did make you
I was even before it made me super fucking uncomfortable. I was super comfortable, but it gets to a point where, just like Nip said every time, you got to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah, I feel you.
And I think that's what the point I had to get to. I got to be comfortable being uncomfortable, because if I'm always comfortable doing something, then it might not be the right thing to do, or
you're never gonna work through the issues that you need to work through.
Facts.
So
I had to be uncomfortable as hell, letting this person know the shit I've always kept inside or never really talked about, and you know what I'm saying, and discussing that with that person that you probably wouldn't discuss with other people or nobody, because I feel like 90% or even more, you don't. And even with me, I learned that I don't give my emotion or my feelings to everybody. I just don't. I keep a lot of shit inside. I'm like, fuck it. And I told him, I said,
because you feel like it don't
matter.
At least for me, I feel like it don't matter. Like everybody going through something, dog. Like suck it up.
It's my thing.
Like,
that's what I say. It don't
grab
matter.
your nuts. You know what I'm saying?
You
Like
know
if you want to cry about it, go in the corner, do what you need to do, and come back out with your chest out.
Exactly.
That's how we handle shit.
That's how it's dealt and how it's been dealt. So it's like sometimes you gotta take a different approach at it.
Let me ask you this. So I went to therapy when I was married, right? And it started off as like couples therapy for whatever, to like work through issues. But it ended up being separate also. So we had separate, and I enjoyed it. Like I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was because, like you said, you talk through stuff that you didn't know you had it. I didn't know I had an issue with this, but we talking through it. So now maybe I did have an issue with this. You bottle shit that you don't know you bottle a lot of times. And a lot of stuff that, like, your personality is a combination of what you've been through in your life. And really, if you don't really look at it like that, but it's a combination of past experiences, your parents, your relatives,
all that.
Past relationships, all of that builds up to who you are right now to this day, and you don't look at it like that. I know we brush it off like,
it's
I'm
nothing.
over that. That ain't shit. This person hurt me, and I ain't tripping off that.
Yeah, but
really,
just trying to be tough, and then what
in
you
the back of your mind,
it's saying what you just said from a pod we had before. This is a form of trauma bonding, then.
Well, obviously, but it's not on a professional level. So let me.
Right.
What I was getting to, do you like you doing this? Like you said, your lady recommended you go, but would you like going now that you've been, and like I said, I've been in the past. Do you think couples should go to therapy together?
Yeah,
especially before they like tie the knot? Do you think that's
so.
a beneficial thing?
Yeah, I think so. I think you put a whole lot of shit on the table. It could, I feel like potentially make or break it. Because it might be some shit that aggravates you or you don't feel you should be doing and you never expressed that. And it could be expressed right then and there, I feel like.
Okay. I think
I reckon, like, I feel like we will. I feel like, and I'm fine with that too.
Okay, let me say this then. I've heard, so therapy is supposed to be a means to an end, is what I've heard. So it's not supposed to be ongoing.
Right.
Like some people go to therapy and they just keep
it's like,
like going and going and going and going like a crutch. I think it could be beneficial, but I think at some point, especially for couples, you gotta work through it and kind of get past it and then like really correct yourself if you really want to be together.
Yeah, it's like I've been giving notes and what to take home, me working, put it into action. And I put some of the things in action, and it actually was beneficial for me for them times that I did. Some I took and I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work. So I doubted myself in doing it. Even after the first one, I was like, I don't know, I don't think that's gonna work, man. Like I know how this is or how we work or whatever, and I didn't do it. And then going back to it, even the same conversation we had, like I brought it back up, like try it. I mean, you don't know it till you try it, and I trying the thing, and it worked out. So it's a lot of self-doubt and looking at it like, and then once I tried it, being comfortable, being uncomfortable, and it worked out. I ain't had no issues with it yet.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'm good, man. I think going forward, especially in this day and age, therapy is going to be needed, like for a lot of people because of how we living now. Like we're social beings and we're becoming less and less sociable between each other.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's socially awkward.
Like I'm pretty sure all of us grew up where it was stop crying before I give you something to cry about.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for
that's
sure.
Definitely.
Don't what you know what I'm saying? So
Almost
you
like
wasn't even taught to suppress
your
what
feelings.
you going
Exactly.
to therapy to express to the therapist. So that's how I feel like it's gonna eventually be. That's gonna be necessary for everybody.
Even amongst your homeboys, like you couldn't, like 10 years ago, you really couldn't talk about this. You
You really couldn't.
Such a soft ass.
That's true. That is true.
That was a problem. You know what I'm saying?
It is, yeah.
But, and like you said, that's why I like what you said. Like coming together and doing this is, in a sense, it's therapeutic because we are taught, it's masculine energy and we bouncing off of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Even
Whether
if
we
it ain't
agree or
something that's
disagree.
bothering you, it's just the fact that you getting some shit off your chest.
Getting the outlet,
Yeah.
So I do agree with that. But to further that point, what he's saying, I do think like a lot of people do need to go talk to somebody, see somebody. Now,
I think it's just like anything else. It's not attainable for a lot of people to do because
or they don't think it's attainable.
Right.
that.
Let's work around.
It's working around because I was like
what you said.
Like you said earlier when we was off campus, like
It could be expensive.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
could be. But
it's
there
like,
are workarounds.
Well, look at that. I'm like, oh, this shit damn, it's free. Like it's like okay, yeah, you covered through your insurance. I'm like, oh, well, damn, I'm good then. I'm gonna go ahead and take this and see what it do.
Let's see what lane would take you down.
Yeah, and I would recommend it. I ain't been disappointed just off too. Like I'm gonna continue to do this until like you know what I'm saying.
I know because when therapy was brought to me a long time ago, I was so young with it that my mindset wasn't right for it. Like, why I need to go talk to somebody I don't even know and tell them my problem?
Facts.
That was my mindset as an early age when therapy came to me.
Yeah, if it was like 10 years ago for me, I wouldn't.
It ain't gonna work.
Right.
If I was,
but that was my mindset.
But that's what my opposite said. Like when I was married, that's what she said. Like, well, we gotta go talk to somebody else, and it was like, and I was receptive to it. I was like, oh, I was receptive to it, but I can understand why she probably would say that.
That's a bad attitude to have with it too.
But I can understand that. I understand why you would say that.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand
like what can come forward. Like we should be able to.
We should be able to talk.
Sometimes you need a mediator. Sometimes you need somebody who ain't.
I get that. Getting older, I get that.
Is what she say?
Gonna get it.
What she say, what you say, and the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's always 3 sides.
Or not even the truth, just a way to like
Perception of it.
Yeah, to work through it.
Yeah.
Okay, you got your perception. I got mine.
Yeah,
how can we work through it? How can we come through a common medium?
Yeah.
And
see each other's viewpoint, and then you work through that part.
So, man, look, we gonna wrap this up, but it's a good conversation. If you need therapy, and there's an uptick in self-deletion. I don't know if y'all know that. I don't really want to get into that.
Yeah.
But there's an uptick in that, and
mental health is.
And I don't even want to I ain't even a mental health person, but it's important. So, if you need to talk to somebody, you can't afford a therapist, find somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
Somebody give you a shoulder to cry on. Like, yo, it's like somebody cares, man. Even if you think nobody cares, somebody gives a damn. Find somebody to talk to. Express yourself in some type of way. Get it off your chest. Don't hold on to it.
Don't bottle it up.
Yeah, don't bottle it up, because like I done bottled that shit up before, and then I exploded and it turned into something way
different than what you was doing.
Way worse
when it started.
Yeah, way worse than what it should have been, because I bottled everything up. I let everything slide until it got to a point where it was like, oh nah.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to do that, man.
Hey, with that said, man, we'll be right back after these messages. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, yo, what's happening? Check this out. This episode of the Legend Has It podcast is brought to you by legendaryvisionaries.com. That's right, legendaryvisionaries.com. Head on over there, check us out. You can listen to and watch the podcast via links. Also, we have merch for sale. Tees, crews, hoodies. Go on over there, get yourself something, get your loved ones something. Got everything for your fashion needs. If you want to look as fresh as my homeboy Bo right here in this picture, head on over to legendaryvisionaries.com. Either way, we appreciate you. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. Hey, man. Hey, before we get into the next topic, I do, there are certain people that I talk to on occasion that I don't particularly like talking to, but they are they might be my family or my close friends.
Oh,
and I know.
Wait a minute, I feel you. Keep going, because I feel what you.
I know.
Go ahead,
every time I talk to them, I know it's going
to
deplete me in some type of way, because I'm not on that frequency, right? But I know that they need it, and so I go through with it. And like, if you're that person that knows that, like, yo, I don't really want to talk to this person, but you know that person is just venting to you. Like, be that outlet for that person sometimes.
Absolutely. Sometimes gotta be that route.
You know what I'm saying? Like, do that. I know, like, it gets hard sometimes. Don't let them bring you down, but be that shoulder to lean on sometimes.
Because that might be all they need.
Yeah.
That might be all they need.
Sometimes people just looking for an outlet sometimes. I just wanted to say that, man. Like,
and you don't necessarily have to respond to nothing they say.
Yeah, they just want you to listen.
They feel comfortable with you to let you know. Right.
Because you might offer some advice and that might piss them off. So just listen.
Or it might be wrong.
Yeah, even if it's wrong. I mean, even if it's right, it might piss them off. Because they might not want you to say nothing. But you don't know they don't want you to say nothing until you say something. So just listen. Yeah. I feel you. I get what you're saying, bro.
So, yeah, I just wanted to say that, offer that conversation we had. But on a lighter note, we like to get into a hypothetical, man. Which is...
Check this out. All right. And I know y'all gonna throw sauce on it when we get started.
That's what we do.
But
Alfredo,
we got two options. You wanna work 20 hours a week, get paid $5,000 a week. You know what I said? 20 hours a week, get paid $5,000 a week.
For working 20 hours.
Yeah,
20 hours a week.
Or
that sounds good already. But
you can work 80 hours a week, get paid $20,000 every 2 weeks.
Which one?
What you doing?
Which one?
And why? What you doing?
First off, man, 80 hours is a lot of damn hours.
I ain't 20 years old no more. So
did somebody look up where's my phone?
For a week?
Yeah, how many hours in a week?
So 24 hours times 7 is 168 hours.
So, okay.
So 80 hours. So 80. Let's just say that 80. So you working half of your week, of the 24. So
yeah, nah. That's
if you even calculate,
is that possible? You gotta sleep.
Anything's possible.
You gotta eat.
But that's
So y'all already know my answer.
But
I'm going for the 20. I'm going for 5,000 a week.
I'll tell you this. I ain't 20 years old no more, so
I'm good with that. I don't understand how can you not be good with that.
Even if you was 20 though, you think you would be able to do 80?
I know.
Like what's the duration?
At a point, I did work 2 jobs when I was younger,
I did too.
and the thing about
I don't know
I think
if
I
it was
worked.
80
I think I worked for like 6. You say I don't remember either. I think I worked for like 6 a.m. 6:30 till like I didn't get, and then I leave that job, go to my second one. I get off to like 9. So I did that.
You wasn't doing 80.
No, I'm just saying like that's what I'm saying.
That's a lot of work.
I ain't like that shit either. So I'll leave that bitch 3:30, then go to the other job, be there by 4:30, work, and then be home by 10. So I'm up from fucking 5:30 in the morning, won't get home till about 10, do this shit all over again. I wouldn't do that shit now.
But then though, like
Then
would you do it
for
still?
20
For like
for 20
for 40,000 a month?
No.
You wouldn't do it for 40,000 a month? I know somebody right now. I'm pretty sure.
I could do it for a certain amount. Like okay, I got.
That's why I said, what's the duration?
It won't be no whole year. It probably won't be 6 months. Maybe I could do it probably a month. Probably the highest I go with 3. 3 months. I'm out.
I think I could do it for a year.
You can do it a year,
I could do it for a year.
80.
If I put my mind to it, I could do it for a year.
I mean, you put your mind to it, yeah.
I think I could do 16 months. Strong.
80 hours a week.
Yeah, I ain't spending nothing. Think about how much
You
I have when
ain't
I
doing
get
nothing either.
I can't spend.
Nah, cause you don't got
I
no
don't
time to
want
spend this
nothing.
shit.
I don't want nothing but some food and some sleep. That's all I want.
And you ain't getting the second one.
I'm gonna get
Nah,
a
you
little
gonna
bit.
get enough.
But you, I mean, you got
Alright.
kids who you ain't seen your
My
Oh,
kids.
see, that's
grown.
you throwing a whole
My son
sauce.
grown. Oh, wait a minute. He grown. I ain't gotta see him.
doing another
I
monkey
talk to
wrench.
him while I'm at work. You good? All right, nigga. Holler at you.
What if you single though? I'm saying though, you can't do it if you single.
What?
The person I said that do that, I know he work at least between 65 and 80.
Oh,
right?
he's single. He ain't got no,
Right now,
no
I know this
commitments.
nigga done did that shit for at least 2 years straight. He going strong. He look a little different. He look a little old in the face now, but
got
like,
bags. Got 50 pounds of
But he-
groceries in his eyeball.
he doing it,
Sick.
and he's accumulating like a lot of like material shit that he's accumulating, the shit that he wanted to do, like, but he's doing it. He's done it, and he doesn't have children. He doesn't have significant others. So that's a whole nother like
Yeah, that's a whole other.
other variables that we got to put into it.
He basically don't have a life. It's just work.
Nah, it's just like you know how you set your mind to something. You be like, yo, from this point to this point, I'm gonna go this amount of hard,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
and then you just like as men, like you just laser focus on that, right?
I've been there.
And I think you can do that if you
If you got a goal
calculate
in mind.
if you calculate the goal and you put all that into perspective, I believe you could do it. But for the long term, like more than a year or two, it's like
Crazy.
80 hours is crazy. So I'm automatically gonna choose 20 hours.
20 hours, 5,000 a
bro.
week.
Think of how much you get
I
in a
am
month
good.
What's
now.
the job though?
That's
I don't give a damn.
That's the whole thing, right
What's the
there.
job?
I don't care if I'm
I don't
shoveling
give a damn
shit
for 20 hours.
20
Shoveling
hours.
shit,
Oh, all right,
shoveling
all right.
shit is another
Wait a
different.
minute.
it's-
Wait, hold on there, hold on there, cuz.
Wait. Let me ask you this.
He said shoveling shit.
We
You
ain't
wanna
gotta
shovel
go to shoveling shit. Everybody that's sitting at this right here with a microphone know what Shamrock is.
Oh,
Smell like shit.
Can you do that for 20 hours a week for $5,000?
If I got
Yeah, because it's only one day.
Yeah, 20 hours. I can
20 hours, I could do that.
It's not
You
like
gonna
you.
do all that in one? You gonna knock the whole 20
not
out in
20
one day?
out
I'm gonna do 20 consecutively,
consecutively. I don't need to come back to that
back
smell.
to back. 20
Yeah.
consecutively.
After that third day,
So look, it's gonna take you. All right.
I ain't worried about that.
Here's the disadvantage from
I
you.
got a whole respirator on.
You doing this 20 hours
Consecutively.
in one day.
Yeah.
What you saying?
That one day.
out of 7.
I got 6 more
Look,
left.
It's gonna take you 2 to recover from what you just went through.
That.
Consecutive.
But I still got how many you got
I will
left?
take that, and I'm gonna get 5,000 on Friday.
Your head gonna hurt. You gonna be throwing up.
You gonna do that work at 80?
You talking about 5 bands every Friday? Bro, I'm cool.
Nah, I do agree with him though. It depends on the job. It does depend on the job.
No. It depends on the job, but for that job,
You building skyscrapers.
you give me 5 bands every Friday.
Okay, look. Yeah, what you saying that? Remember we had that VR shit and we walked out on that plane?
That's what I'm saying.
And I'm hollering and screaming and I ain't even out there. I can't do that, bro.
Yeah, you
For
building
20
skyscrapers.
hours.
It depends on the job.
20 hours.
Just 20 hours.
Had that plank out there. I done walked out there and I'm...
do that right there, Bo.
Nah. Nah. Can't do it.
Five bands every Friday.
Can't do it.
So y'all gonna take the 5 bands over the 80 though? I mean over the 40.
For the 8 hours?
Depends on the job, bro. That's all I can
Depends
say.
on that's what I'm
It
saying.
depends
What
on the
job
job.
wouldn't you do
For what? Which one?
for the 5? For whichever one.
Yeah.
What job is too much? You said shoveling shit. You don't
I
give
just
a
threw
fuck.
that out there. I'll just
This nigga said he ain't shoveling no shit.
I'll tell you what my...
Well, look at his outfit.
Give me...
I mean, I get it. I get it. Yeah, I get
Give me the... Look, this is what I'm going to do. I would DJ at Tootsie's for 80 hours a week for 20 grand. This motherfucker.
So you want something that's advantageous to your lifestyle?
It ain't even gotta be. It ain't even advantageous, but that's something
Yes,
that
it
I
is.
would enjoy.
Yeah,
for 80 hours a week.
But I'm
You enjoying that,
I'm just sitting there like this.
Nah, you not gonna
ain't
enjoy you
gonna
working 80
enjoy
hours a
it.
week.
You
bro.
enjoying it.
It's a job.
No, I'm
But
saying
you
some
enjoying
shit,
it.
though. I'm saying some shit though. Even with the 20 hours, you might not enjoy it, but you would rather do it than do 80 hours.
Yeah, I'd rather
Something
do.
you enjoy.
I'd rather do 80 hours at Tootsie's than 20 hours anywhere else.
So you ain't gonna like.
He said anywhere else.
So telemarketer.
No,
I
that ain't gonna be
nah, bro, I
enjoyable
did that.
at all.
I did that.
You know how many
I
times
did
you
that.
get cussed out
20
in them 20 hours?
I do 20 hours on telemarketer.
You know how many times you gonna get cussed out in them
hours?
20 hours?
Yeah, I
Hey,
did it.
Have you
My
did
guy.
it? Have you did it before?
And they gonna call you N-word
I
in
did it.
them 20
Have you
hours?
did it before?
I have.
Okay then.
And I wasn't good at it.
Me neither. That's why I got fired.
Think about it. 20 hours, but you every Friday.
You could
about to
cuss
get
me
5
out.
bands.
What? I'm calling.
Bruh.
Yeah,
Popeyes
You know what
employee.
Tootsie's is?
a Popeyes employee.
20 hours.
20.
Popeyes employee.
I'm
20
flipping
hours,
birds side up.
But
No,
every
front
Friday,
register.
I'm gonna get
What?
5 bands.
I'm taking some Popeyes home.
20 hours, you can do it in a day. You got all them days to
All right.
recover.
Okay, I said, damn. I said Shamrock. You riding back a trash truck 20 hours a week
Yeah.
Yeah,
for $5
Oh,
grand?
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
they don't even do that no more at
In
this
a
point.
whole day.
Sure.
I'm
Except
getting
in
my
the
20
in the
I'm getting
country
my
city,
20 out
country town,
right
they only
there.
do
For
that.
sure. I ride
Lock
my
me
bike
in.
and dump them trash
20.
cans.
You can't get it in like
For
that.
sure.
Lock me in for
They
20.
ain't running at night. You can't do that.
He a nice service. Dumping trash at night.
All right, another one. I know y'all seen the thing where they hiring the rat hunters in New York.
For sure. 20 hours? For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about little
Give
puppies?
me them rats.
Yeah.
He's out- Man, I went to New
Yeah,
York.
let me get them
Sure.
rats.
Let me get
them
them
puppies.
I'm put the switch on my Glock.
I mean, it
Going
just
crazy.
like I said, it just depends on the job for me.
I mean, absolutely, I agree.
But
Man, 5 bands
I'm
on Friday.
I'm built for the 80 hours for a certain amount of time.
You built for it right now.
What?
No.
No, I want to know what
Depending
job
on the
is
job.
it? No, you said
Depending
DJ.
on the job, I'm built
What
for.
about porn star?
You ain't built for
Now I
that.
can't do 80 hours worth in a week.
You ain't built for that.
I ain't
What
got
if you
that
had the
kind.
Bluetooth.
I ain't, huh?
Bluetooth.
Ah shit. I still ain't gonna nah.
Hey, Bluetooth. Holla at me.
Yeah. I seen other podcasts be begging. We telling y'all right now, we here.
Fuck that.
I've seen them beg. We are here. But nah, I can't do that.
Nah, not 80 hours.
80? Nah, my thing, nah, bruh.
Can't be clapping on
Nah,
TV?
you ain't got to be clapping for 80 hours, but you just got to be on the clock for 80 hours.
Okay. If I ain't clapping, yeah. But definitely can't. Hey, 80 hours worth of clapping is gonna be painful after like the first 5 hours.
So what
So
job?
just imagine you got 75 hours left
The clap cheeks.
You ain't
That
doing
shit
nothing
is
for
gonna
8
hurt.
There are some
hours.
jobs that do like really be having them numbers up.
Yeah.
Like there are
Bro,
certain
you ain't
like
doing nothing
certain
for 8 hours.
physicians do work around the clock,
Yeah, certain doctors. They got certain like contract workers.
and they make more than
The average.
than what we talking about.
Cause you got some like I think it's like welders, something like that. They go on sites and they working like 12, 14, 16-hour days, and then they don't do it for a certain amount of months, and then they come back.
Mm-hmm.
It's like almost like a truck driver.
Like that offshore drilling shit
Yeah,
that they make
Fragging
the movies
shit.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Dangerous, though.
don't know a lot of. Yeah, it is dangerous. I don't know a lot about it, but I know they make a lot of money when they go out there.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
Like,
see, that don't help me just say, yeah, I'm gonna do this if it's dangerous. No, I ain't trying to do nothing. I'm gonna die for 80 hours.
That's the
a
trade off.
week. No, bro.
You might die at the job you at right now. And we done
right,
seen it.
And you right
Yeah.
about that. You are right about that.
so
What about a professional? And I'm gonna go off the rails.
shit, he
Sauce.
put sauce.
Super sauce. Professional cunnilingus.
For 80 hours,
80 hours.
I ain't
40 G's a month.
I ain't been worked out like that.
Your tongue ain't built
I
for
ain't
that.
got the stamina for it.
Might get lockjaw that
I'm
bit.
gonna tap out.
Ah.
I'm gonna tap out after the. I'm gonna be 30. I'm gonna
be
be
in that
79.
bitch,
I'm gonna be
motorboat in that
79 hours short.
All you gotta do is take a ginger shot,
Yeah, bro.
high and
Yeah.
healthy.
High and healthy.
Then everything gonna be burnt up. Everything gonna be burnt though. It ain't even gonna work. Nah, I don't know, bro. I can't.
I gotta do the 24/5.
Nah, the 20 for 5 is too
That's-
easy.
that is-
That's
that
too
is
easy
perfect.
though.
That's the
It
point.
should have been
What I mean?
Yeah, it should have been a
like the
lot.
higher level should have been a little bit lower.
Yeah.
To make this shit make sense. Because that lower level is just too easy because
too
you can
easy.
always, like, say I take the 5,000 a week for 20 hours, I can always parlay that into something else.
All right, so we're talking
You know
about
what I'm
like
saying? All that free time I got, now I can go do something else that I really wanted to do and use that money to like pursue my dreams and goals and all of that.
so what if
Still
it,
be living
Even
pretty
if
good.
you don't have dreams and goals, you got time to work another fucking job.
Yeah, that too. Whatever you want to do, you can do it in that free time. What I'm saying is, what I would do is I'm gonna parlay that into something that I really want to do.
right?
Cause I'm only working 20 hours. I fuck all 20 hours just fucking like
Doing
going
nothing.
to the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? Like doing some bullshit.
Regular shit, yeah.
Cunnilingus. I fuck all 20 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like like what we doing? So you know I can parlay that into something else.
I mean, yeah.
So that high end should have been a little bit lower, but I get it. I think most people would take that 5,000 a week because you niggas don't really want to work no job that they don't like doing anyway. You know,
Hell no.
some shit that you don't like
And
doing.
you
It
getting
was
paid
crazy.
less than that anyway, like a month.
Niggas ain't gonna want to work the 20.
And I think that's where most companies go wrong because they think like, yeah, people like money, but people really, really like doing what they really like to do over money, for real, for real.
That's facts.
If you really get to the core of it.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes
If
that
you really
money
get to
don't,
the core of it.
money don't even come into play.
And they just got to weigh the pros and cons.
Mm-hmm. Shit, that what happened this whole pandemic. People started seeing like, oh, I ain't got. I'm about to quit. So a lot of people quit, work from home and all that shit.
Yeah.
You could do what you want and make the same amount. I'm like, why the fuck wouldn't I?
Or even less, but still be
Yeah.
able to maintain your lifestyle.
And
Yeah,
you really
a lot of-
have a work-life balance in
Yeah.
a sense.
a lot of
people
people would
take
do
that.
that. So I do think most people would take that 5G.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There are some people that would like try to kill themselves over 80 hours. 80 hours is crazy though. If you think about it.
That
Yeah, I
shit.
ain't doing that.
Man, it's hard doing
Now
48.
Now if I got an option, I'm not doing no 80 hours.
It's hard doing 48. Shit.
What do you think? Because there's some people that make more than that 5G, regardless if they work 20 hours, 40 hours, 60 hours, or whatever. Think they'll turn their nose up or down, whichever one is the negative to that.
What you mean by that?
Like $5,000 a week.
That ain't shit.
Yeah, them type.
Oh,
of
if they
people.
already,
you talking about
yeah,
like-
if they already
Yeah.
making that,
Yeah.
if they've already seen that level,
Yeah.
they probably would turn their nose down. But I think there are a lot of people on that level that probably wouldn't though. If they could, the problem with that is
Sustaining what they already doing.
you already reached the standard of living that has
Yeah.
surpassed that 5 G's a week, and that's gonna be the problem.
That's gonna be the problem. I feel you. Yeah.
You know, but for me,
Ain't too bad. Hey, I'm still trying to get there.
yeah, I'm 5 G's a week. I'm straight, bro. Like, yo, I don't need nothing else.
I'm good.
I don't need. Okay. I'm gonna tell you this. As a not, I ain't gonna say single. As a not married black man, period. Men don't really need much.
$5,000 a week
Like
is
men don't need much
$5,000
to
a week
be.
is too much.
Men don't need much.
That's too much. I don't need that.
No, men don't need much.
I don't need that.
I can have.
To be happy,
I could be cool.
my refrigerator?
to be happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your refrigerator be kind of packed.
Your
though.
shit be. You got a nice.
See who that
You on EBT?
Bruh.
No, but I know who is.
Bruh. Your refrigerator.
Pretty
I
nice,
be,
bro.
I hate going to your refrigerator. I be like, damn.
We can't even put no
I
beer
just
in
got
there
water.
when it comes
Yeah,
to.
your
I
shit
just
look
got
packed.
water and
Irby,
juice.
Can
This
we
nigga
move
got
some of this?
every stuff.
Got fresh fruits.
He got every stuff.
man, look.
I just got water and juice.
You look at my shit. I got some cheese and butter.
Yeah, we got a lot of empty space in there.
He got every
This shit
stuff.
fully compact.
But yeah, it's like as a man, I don't think like we don't really. Men don't need much to like be content and happy. If we really get down to
And
the
not to
core
make
of it.
it.
Like really get down to the core of it, we really don't. We really don't need that much. We like what we like. We do like what we like. Some niggas like cars. Some dudes like
Clothes,
video
shoes,
games. Some
yeah.
like clothes. Some like shoes.
Yeah.
But if you give them that,
That's all.
They
I'm
good.
good.
some place to live, they
They
good.
good.
And they gonna have fun
And be content.
and be content.
Yep.
We don't need much. All that other shit is just extra for the bitches.
What he said. I mean,
And I don't mean to use that word,
the women.
but I do. That's all it is. But we don't really need much, man. So yeah.
Once you pay everything, you gonna have about 4,000. Like I don't know what to do with the rest of this damn money.
I can tell you. I can show you.
I mean,
Follies.
definitely, I can show you.
Show you.
Get some
but I
chicken
can tell
wings.
you.
I'm gonna blow something. You say what?
Go to Follies and get some chicken wings. Shop.
Out of Herman.
Hey yo, I donated.
Mm.
I went to the thrift shop the other day, Goodwill. I donated 33 books.
Books.
Yeah, books.
Why?
Why?
Cause he got a million.
Because I got a lot of them.
But that's something you. If you watch how shit going, that's something you never should get rid of.
Books?
Yeah.
Nah, these was books that it was like, they was.
Nah, it's so.
I was never
still-
gonna read them again.
Still.
Books that I'm gonna read again, or give away to somebody that I think could help.
Still, because just like as far as the books is concerned, and it ain't me, but I've seen on social media how they talking about how certain streaming services are getting rid of certain movies that are movies that you might want to see,
Cult classics type
Yeah.
joints.
but they gone, or not even movies, but series, and they gone.
But
You don't have the DVD. You don't have
Nah, I still got
whatever.
I understand what you're saying, but I feel like
got
if you
still got
savvy
CDs.
enough, you can find anything you want to in this age.
That's true.
That's how I feel.
But
You know what I'm saying? So
now you gotta go back through you gotta go through the process of finding something that you got rid of.
but the books, it was some books that was not, they weren't of that.
He got rid of 10% of his.
Yeah,
Stockpile.
it wasn't really them type of books. It was because most books that I keep, I read more than once. I might read once a year, and I've looked at my collection. I was like, yeah, I ain't gonna never read this shit again. So I took it to Goodwill, I was trying to donate to a library, but I know Goodwill's the first thing I stumbled upon to get rid of them.
And that was the wrong place too.
Huh?
That was the bad place.
It was. Why you say that?
I've been told, I don't know how true it is, but people that run individual Goodwill spaces, say, I'm going to use you because you sitting right here. Say he run the space and the good shit come in.
Oh, they taking it.
He's snatching it. He's
Oh,
snatching
yeah.
it
I
up.
seen that. I seen it.
He's snatching
right when
it
I
up.
dropped something off, I seen about like the fuck he taking up.
Like it was some good furniture
Out my hand.
that he feel like he can go and
I mean, I think that's what
get
everything.
it reupholstered or whatever, and it's gonna be extra nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this to the house.
I think that's with everything. Though.
Now,
Like,
this
no
ain't
matter
gonna
what-
make it to the floor.
Like where you donate to. If somebody's savvy in that particular location, they gonna see what you put
potential in
down. Yeah, they gonna pick up.
Because
I've
I've been looking like, I know it's December, Christmas is coming. I've been looking for a place to donate a bicycle, and I have not found the correct place for me to be like, I'm gonna take it here. I ain't found it.
the same bicycle that you was like.
Yeah,
Bicycle.
not the one I was riding, but the
Oh.
other one. The other one. The one I was like, I can get to you, and you was like, I could be the good uncle. That one. Not the
Okay.
one. Not mine. I'm gonna keep mine. I'm gonna ride mine one day.
You ain't gonna ride that.
It is a chore to find where the proper place to donate certain shit to. Because it took me a while to even find to even know Goodwill was the place to, and that should have been obvious.
Goodwill, Ed McKay's.
Ed McKay's, I don't know.
Well, you got some
I'm talking
bread
about
off
donate. I didn't even
Yeah.
want no money. I didn't want nothing from it. I just wanted to
Yeah, I don't want no money for this bike.
I wanted to
just
give it
get
to
the
you.
bike
You
out
take this
my
shit.
possession.
So
Yeah, I don't know about the bike shit.
And I,
Got certain items that
to
Goodwill
a
don't
certain
take no
extent,
more.
this bike is gonna be
That's how it
considered.
go.
It's gonna be considered new, depending on who get it.
I had some good books too. Some good conspiracy theory shit.
Oh,
Some good shit. Yeah, they got it now, man. Somebody will come up off of it, I feel like. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ever heard of a Rutusese?
a what the what?
A Rutusese.
A rutus. It sounds familiar. I probably seen the spelling, didn't
It's
pronounce
called
that shit.
Tut. It's Tut language. Tut language is a language that was developed during slavery to communicate between the slaves. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Something.
That's
All right,
familiar.
so Rutusese is a holiday. And it's around Christmas time where we give books. We give books to each other. Like if you got a book that you've read that you've got some insight on, you give it to a fellow Black American to read to get some knowledge off of. It's called a Rutusese, which means rise up.
Okay.
Oh, I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Because during this time, Christmas time, is when a lot of the revolts happen. That's when a lot of the slave masters, quote unquote, were lax, and that's when you know Harriet Tubman she did a lot of work during this time back in the day. And so that's trying to make that a holiday. The new FBA joint where we give books. If you got a book that you read that you've got some insight on, give it to somebody. Gift it to somebody this holiday season. So anyway, I wanted to get to something before we we left off, man. Do y'all cyberbullying? Y'all cyberbullying. I seen some shit, where this mother was bullying her child and she got arrested, right?
That's crazy.
And I wondered, it's obviously a real thing, but I wonder, is it really a real thing? Because, can I just turn off the computer? And I don't want to minimize cyberbullying. I just want to know, if I'm savvy enough, can I avoid it? You know what I'm saying? Is it a real thing?
It is.
Because to
It
me,
is.
I would just ignore you.
I don't think you can.
You don't think you can ignore somebody that's cyberbullying you?
No.
Why do you say that? Now, I'm not trying to sound ignorant. I'm just trying to make a conversation. So anybody out there
So if you're cyberbullying me, and I turn off my computer, which you were saying to ignore you, But these two seen you cyberbullying me, and they see me in person. They gonna come at me with the same thing that you was coming at me with online.
Can't you just block them too though?
Not in person.
Not in person.
That cyberbullying trickles
You might
out.
not even know them in real life though.
It don't matter.
Cyberbullying. You saying coming to you with the same energy?
Yeah,
it trickles out. Like, you know what I'm saying? It
like
comes out of
you can cut a computer off, but people that's in your life or around you in your life, they seen it. So why they not? If they gonna act on it too.
They see that.
But you can slap the shit out of them.
Yeah, you can.
You can. Sometimes you can't slap a person that's.
Yeah, but you just ignore them. That's what I'm saying.
But
like real is real to me. Like if I see you,
to you,
you know what I'm saying? Like I see you and you talking shit. It's different than me. I don't know you, cuz.
But
you can say whatever you want.
Right.
But if you see me in person, that's something different. But now you gotta back that up.
That's you and your mindset and how you are.
No, it's not mindset. It's real life. Now you gotta back that up. Now I see you.
That's your adult thought too.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I can see
that's your adult thought.
I can see that.
As a child and a teenager and what they going through now.
Yeah, I get that.
They ain't.
I can understand that. You're right.
And you know the way social media works and all this, the ins and outs of all this shit. That shit can go start from right there in that little cafeteria in the classroom and spread through a whole damn high school and then another high school, then
you're right.
Whatever else.
I think my mother. I was talking to my mother like maybe a month or two ago, and my sister's child, my niece, she was going through a similar situation where she was getting kind of like cyber bullied, and it trickled into the school. And she was getting, when she took up for herself in real life, the administration was coming down on her. Not knowing the whole story. You know what I'm saying? She was taking, so I understand that.
That's not going to happen.
No.
I understand that. So yeah.
That's definitely not going to happen.
So yeah, I guess cyberbullying is a real thing.
It is.
Me in my mind frame is like, see,
it can be fictitious, I feel like, and then
it is
a real thing.
Yeah. As an adult and as a kid, it's different. Like you said, Irby. I'm a gamer. I'm with you. Unwind every night. I get on Call of Duty or whatever, and that shit it gets egregious.
Man.
But it's funny to me because I'm an adult. It's like, bro, whatever. We talk shit back. Me and my homie, we'll talk shit back, but it's different. I guess it can be different for kids.
Yeah, when it's the online gaming is probably the most, because these they
let loose.
What Stone Cold talk shit?
They let loose. It's the most egregious racial epithets you ever heard in your life.
I don't even put my mic in.
But it's funny because you know what it's coming from, but at the same time, it's concerning.
Yeah.
Because it's like, y'all young as hell. Why y'all talking like that?
8, 9.
But even if it's somebody my age or close to my age, it's like, bro, you never say none of this to my face because I will slap the fire out your ass.
That's they get off.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say it ain't. It's not real to me because come on, man. And you not bullying nothing. No, like if I see you in real life, you got to stand on that.
You seen that Atlanta episode when the white dude was gaming and called, said that shit, and it's like, okay, I ain't got to do it no more. It's they one off. They get one off. They get more than one off.
But as a child, I do get it. I get it, and it's a lot. Y'all heard of doxing, right? So doxing is where they, through online means, they figure out your address. Because you're online, they figure out your IP address. They can figure out your physical address, and they'll put it out to the world.
Oh, yes.
They might even send a threat to your crib via the police, squatting.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like squatting and doxing. Like they'll put your address out on the doxing is where they put your address out for the world to see online. So everybody knows your address and everybody's coming at you. That's definitely bullying. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Just because they got some beef with you because you had words with them online. That's crazy.
Put you out there for everybody to work so they can come.
That's crazy. Or somebody might squat you. You online, you talking to somebody, y'all going back and forth, and they'll squat your house. They had a FBI or the SWAT team show up at your crib.
That's crazy.
I've heard of squatting. I never heard of doxing. But with you saying that you ain't grow up like this, so it's
different.
Different for you.
Yeah. We didn't have access to that type of. I don't even know. That shit was real when we started on the internet.
So, like me not growing up in it, I could be insensitive to somebody coming to me because I might think about therapy. What we was talking about earlier, I might say something. Just say if I had a son and he come to me talking about some cyberbullying, me being ignorant, I might say, man, if you don't, get the fuck out my what. Bro, if you don't log off or...
And now he need therapy.
Yeah, because I'm taking it lightly, but he might be taking it seriously. Like, it might be something really to him because... Hey, you got to chill out.
Dozer.
But, yo, he might be...
But we got to say it as a real thing because...
It's a real thing now. Yeah, the times we live in,
we seeing young children and young adults either unalive or do bodily harm to others because of that.
The reason I brought that topic up because y'all seen the mother who was bullying her own child, right?
Now that's crazy. I ain't hear about that one.
Did you see that, Bo? Yeah, she got arrested for it.
So she was bullying. What was she?
She was bullying her own child online because I don't know why.
I can't explain it. But,
so it's no.
But she got arrested for bullying her own
She was
child.
a cyber bully. And
she was a cyber bully of her own child.
It was the mother of the child that was getting cyber bullied.
So what if she was trying to toughen her child up?
You do that in probably at home to me. You don't put it out on front street. It's like
if she was that, so what?
Playing devil's
advocate. She ain't doing it right.
Clearly,
right. That's not good.
I want to know what she said though.
I do too.
I don't know what it was for. Yeah, that too. But I don't like why.
Oh, she's like, you little pussy ass. You
pull ass.
You going to school again today?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
get another F.
That's probably just her demeanor. That's how she is.
Her child though.
Like you do it, you not. Come on, man. I don't know.
Like I told y'all, that's a South Park episode. Like that was the actual South Park episode. One of the characters.
Maybe that's what she watched and thought it would be a good idea. I don't know.
Was getting online and like bullying people.
Yeah.
And getting off on it. They was getting off on it. So
well, some do.
I say that because that could have never been. Like that could have never been a thing when we was growing up. Like, yo, you talking about somebody's talking. I don't know this person. They talking shit online.
But social media and all that shit wasn't that prevalent.
I don't really know this either. But I don't know this person. You talking shit online. Even now, like I don't know you. You know what I say to that? Hey, bro. I hear you.
Get your shit off.
All right. Keep moving.
Get your shit off.
You'll never say that shit personal.
Yeah.
If you do,
then
it's a problem.
Send me the Addy.
Nah, not even that. I'm just talking about really like in person. If we cross paths, I'm not trying to cross paths with you. If we do, it's nothing. I know you trolling.
That's what some do. Try to catch people off guard.
So it's on me more than it's on you. Like you could do whatever you want to do, but it's on me to react to that. That's how I feel. But I don't think most people nowadays get that. No. I probably got to be sensitive to that.
You definitely have to. Because they deal with it more now than we probably ever will deal with it. Because they got it coming at so many different angles.
Yeah. Cyberbullying is a real thing.
It is.
Have y'all ever been cyberbullied?
Fuck. If I did, I don't remember.
I've never been cyberbullied. It is to certain people though.
I mean, he probably been the bully.
I ain't got access to the cyber to be bullied, if that's the word I need to say.
He got access to the cyber.
I ain't on the cyber enough to be bullied.
Okay, before we get out of here, let me ask this. All right, we not popular or nothing, right? But if we get popular on this platform,
it's speaking to us.
Okay, yeah,
yes.
I like that. I like that. So when we get popular or whatever, and then people try to shake or rattle you, how do you respond to that?
Hi, hater.
Do you go to therapy?
I'm already in it, so I'm good.
Do you ignore it, or do you challenge that person?
I'm at the belief.
Cause some people can trigger you. You can have a bad day. You can read something, and people might trigger you.
We're gonna have some that's gonna react.
I'm at the belief of all publicity is all good all publicity.
No matter what they say
to
you don't care.
Yeah, I don't care.
But are you gonna react to some, or you not? Or you gonna
I'm not. I really don't care. Cause at the end of the day, if they don't know me, so you talking about me, I'm on your mind. You ain't on my mind. So that means the Legend Has a podcast on your mind.
Yeah,
that's a good thing. Say what you got to say.
Okay. That's. I think that's my point. But I think it takes a level of maturity to understand that.
I think at this point, not a lot. It would be like, man, all right. You ain't fucking my paper. You ain't fucking what I'm doing. So
I think might be enhancing my paper.
Yeah, I think when it starts to affect what you doing, maybe. But until then, hell no. If it affects in a negative way, I'll say that.
Or somebody saying you like a. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that. I was about to say some real wild shit.
I mean,
that's probably not appropriate. But yeah, so it is a thing to a certain extent, and
I don't need to stop that shit. How about that?
People get off on that trolling shit and bullying and all that shit, but them the people that don't really have nothing going for themselves.
And at the end of the day, if you're being affected by the bullying and trolling or whatever, you might be a candidate for therapy.
Emotional damage.
Since we talked about therapy, you might be a candidate for that. Which I think ain't a bad thing.
It's not.
No, it's not a bad thing at all. Full circle.
Yeah, you definitely doing it. You need help.
Full circle. And if you don't, either you're on the recipient end of it or you're doing it.
You're
probably
a participant.
Like therapy is good either way. So I just wanted to touch on that, man. I seen that.
This shit is disturbing though. It is.
I do want to know what the mother said to her child, like
I do too.
for it to be considered.
I am curious.
What did you? What happened?
And what type of mind frame she was in? Like, yo, damn, you hating on your kid that much? Well, you got a cyberbully them? Like,
you got a whole,
you got no job,
got a whole Instagram account, like just talking shit.
Yeah.
You see this nigga right here?
Yeah. You made a whole different catfish to just troll your child every day of your life.
You jealous of your child.
Got a Twitter.
That's what I think it was.
Making TikToks talking shit about your kid. That's crazy.
So yeah, man. Anyway, man, if you made it this far, we thank y'all for tuning in. I go by the name of Freaky Enrique.
Bo in the building.
Sleepy Brown.
C. Bo.
J. Herb.
We are
Uncle Herbie.
We are the Legend Has a Podcast. We are the legendary visionaries, man. At least 4 of them. Thank you for tuning in. Mop your carpet. Read a book.
Get some merch.
Yeah, man. Mind your business, motherfucker. And thank you to our special guest tonight, Charles in Charge.
Like and subscribe.
We see you, Carlson. Raul.
Love over hate, baby.
Like and subscribe.
High and healthy.
Love over hate. Like and subscribe.
Signing Sparks.
We missing anybody?
Never Settle. Who else?
Yeah.
Who we missing?
Shout out to
all y'all, man. We love
y'all.
Thank y'all.
Until next time, man. Same time, same channel. Maybe not same time, same channel. We'll be back.
Read the book.